Imagine for a moment you're standing at the edge of a vast, open ocean. The waves crash against the shore, the salty air fills your lungs, and you feel the weight of the world slip away. In this moment, everything around you is alive, every sound, every movement, every feeling. Now, picture yourself taking a step forward, fully immersed in the experience, not just as an observer, but as someone who truly feels the power of the ocean, the pull of the tides. But what if I told you that this is how you could experience every moment of your life? That you could live fully present, feeling everything as it comes without holding back, without running from the depths of your own emotions. In our world, we often distract ourselves, numb ourselves, and hide from what we truly feel. We build walls, hold back tears, and pretend we aren't affected. But what if the key to truly living lies in the courage to feel it all? The joy, the pain, the fear, the love. What if by embracing our emotions, we could unlock a life of deep connection, resilience, and authenticity? Today, I want to teach you how to feel it, to embrace the beauty and rawness of your own humanity. In order to truly experience life, we must first learn the art of being present. Being present isn't just a fleeting moment of awareness. It is an ongoing state of immersion into the current reality, where all distractions are set aside and everything that matters is right in front of us. When we are present, we are not caught up in the past or future, but fully invested in the moment. This state allows us to connect with the emotions that arise naturally in response to our surroundings and experiences. The truth is that in our fast-paced world, we often forget to slow down and simply feel. We become lost in our thoughts, consumed by worries of what's to come or regrets of what's already passed. These distractions keep us from truly feeling, from embracing what's happening right now at this very moment. Being present means allowing ourselves to tune into our senses and emotional states, free from the constant noise of external pressures or internal judgments. When we're truly present, the smallest details come alive. The warmth of the sun on our skin, the texture of the earth beneath our feet, the subtle shifts in the air that signal a change in the weather. In these moments, we aren't just witnessing life from a distance, we are fully immersed in it. We begin to see things with fresh eyes, no longer numb to the world around us. That's when we can start to really feel the weight of joy, the depth of sadness, or the serenity of peace. This level of presence isn't something that comes easily. It's a skill that requires practice and intentionality. It's about making a conscious decision to stop running, to stop pushing forward, and to simply be. There's a certain stillness that comes with being present, a stillness that creates space for emotions to rise without interference. It's in these quiet moments of clarity where we can begin to understand what we're truly feeling, why we're feeling it, and how it shapes our perspective on life. When we're present, we no longer view emotions as fleeting or as interruptions. Instead, we start to acknowledge them as signals, guiding us toward deeper understanding. Emotions become not just reactions, but information, insight into what matters most to us and how we interact with the world. Feeling deeply is no longer something we avoid, it becomes something we lean into, because we know that through presence we can truly experience life in all its rawness and beauty. To be present means to embrace the full spectrum of human emotions without trying to filter them or suppress them. It's about giving ourselves permission to feel everything, even the pain, because when we allow ourselves to be fully present, we can process the emotions that would otherwise be lost in the rush of life. By being present, we create the opportunity to connect with our own hearts and minds, and in doing so, we open the door to real, meaningful experiences. To truly feel something deeply, we must first learn to embrace vulnerability. Vulnerability is often misunderstood as a weakness, something to be avoided or hidden away. We fear being exposed, afraid that others might see us as fragile or broken. But in truth, vulnerability is not a flaw. It is the foundation of human connection and emotional depth. It is the space where authenticity can flourish, where we can show up as our true selves without the fear of judgment or rejection. Only when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable can we experience life fully and deeply without holding back. When we open ourselves to vulnerability, we step into a realm of emotional honesty that we might otherwise shy away from. The act of letting down our guard is an invitation to experience the full spectrum of human emotions. It is in our vulnerability that we find the courage to feel everything: joy, sadness, fear, love, and everything in between. These emotions are not meant to be controlled or suppressed. They are meant to be felt, to be lived, to be experienced without shame. Vulnerability invites us to embrace those emotions without running from them. It allows us to accept that we are complex beings, capable of both strength and fragility, and that both aspects are necessary to live a complete and fulfilling life. This acceptance of vulnerability doesn't mean we seek out suffering or pain, but rather that we acknowledge it as an inevitable part of our human experience. It is through our vulnerabilities that we learn, grow, and connect with others on a deeper level. When we expose our true selves to the world, we give others permission to do the same. Vulnerability is contagious. It creates a safe space for pain. Also has the ability to teach us resilience. It is easy to feel defeated when faced with hardship, but it is through the process of enduring and overcoming pain that we learn our true strength. When we allow ourselves to feel the pain without immediately seeking to escape it, we develop the emotional stamina needed to move through difficult times. Resilience is not built through avoidance or suppression, but through the ability to endure, to feel the pain and keep moving forward, knowing that healing is a part of the process. It is in those moments of struggle that we discover how capable we truly are. Pain may feel overwhelming in the moment, but as we move through it, we emerge with a greater understanding of our own power. Pain is not just something to be endured or avoided. It is an integral part of the human experience that offers us valuable lessons about ourselves, others, and the world we live in. By allowing ourselves to feel pain without fear or resistance, we can experience a deeper level of growth, connection, and understanding. Pain is a teacher, and by listening to its lessons, we can live a life that is rich with meaning and emotional depth. Emotions are often seen as complex and overwhelming, something to be dissected and understood through layers of analysis. But in truth, emotions can be surprisingly simple, and it is through this simplicity that we find the key to emotional clarity. When we allow ourselves to experience emotions without overcomplicating them, we begin to see how pure and straightforward they really are. Joy, sadness, love. This emotional liberation also extends to our relationships with others. When we are free to feel without judgment, we can form deeper, more authentic connections. Rather than hiding behind a mask or worrying about how we're perceived, we are able to show up as our true selves. Emotional freedom allows for real intimacy, where both parties feel safe enough to express their innermost thoughts, fears, and desires. It's in this vulnerability that trust is built and real bonds are formed. We begin to connect not from a place of guardedness or pretense, but from a place of honesty and authenticity. Emotional freedom fosters a sense of inner peace. When we no longer try to control or suppress our emotions, we allow them to flow naturally. This acceptance of our feelings, rather than fighting against them, creates a sense of balance within us. By embracing emotional freedom, we cultivate a life that is not burdened by hidden emotions or the weight of unexpressed feelings. Instead, we live in a way that is true to our emotional experience, fully embracing all that comes with it. Life is meant to be felt deeply, and the key to truly experiencing it lies in our willingness to embrace the full spectrum of emotions with authenticity and presence. By being present in the moment, we open ourselves to the profound power of connection and understanding. Vulnerability becomes our strength, teaching us that it's in the rawness of emotion where we find our truest selves. Pain, rather than something to fear, becomes a powerful teacher that shapes our growth and resilience. Emotions in their simplest form guide us to a deeper understanding of who we are and what we value. And emotional freedom, when fully embraced, gives us the courage to live our lives with honesty and grace without the burden of judgment or suppression. I encourage you to open your hearts, embrace vulnerability, and allow yourself to truly feel everything that comes your way. Life is too short to live behind walls or to ignore the richness that emotions offer. Be present, be vulnerable, and most importantly, be real with yourself and others. Thank you for your time and attention, and I wish you all the best of luck on your journey to truly feeling life in all its beautiful complexity. Thank you.